Let's have a quick chat about people who willfully and intentionally seek to harm people with great light for whatever reason, as well as perform baneful magic. Okay. On a quantum level, everything is frequency and light. And when you are a being of great light, a lot of times people seek to siphon and take that light for whatever reason. It could be a deficit that they have, that they feel they are, lacking in some way, and they inadvertently try to affect your light, or they could be willfully doing it in order for them to siphon that energy, right? You have to think about everything that is done in checks and balances as a positive and negative. And some people are so great in light, meaning that they have such a brightness and a high frequency that things just bounce right back as soon as it's done to that person. In my experience, this has been how things have transpired with me. There's something about having pure intentions and coming into this realm with a good heart, a high vibration, and a high frequency, and actually being honest, okay, and being empathetic and wanting the best for everyone. When you are attacked and you have this level of energy, there is an immediate boomerang effect, okay? Whoever is doing the magic, or whoever is doing the thing to you, it might not necessarily be magic, but it is going to bounce back. Now, how long it takes to bounce back, it all depends on how that ripples through when they plug those numbers of that frequency towards you. However, just know that eventually it's just going to bounce back because the light overpowers the darkness, okay? But sometimes you're in a low place, so you need to learn how to protect your light. We don't do baneful magic over here. We treat others how we want to be treated. What we focus on is protection, and we focus on boundaries. There were times in my life where I went through very dark spaces and I had to figure out how to protect myself. But I kind of developed my own rule because I already know that I'm a being of light and this is going to continuously happen. And I try not to use spite or any type of energy putting out there against people who are, low vibrational and they just want to siphon my energy. I focus more on the shield of protection and shrouding myself with an energetic field that anytime someone does something, it's going back. Okay, it's boomeranging back. And that way I protect my energy and I don't have to worry about what I'm putting out coming back to me. Okay, because everything is a cause and effect. If you take something from this side, you have to expect that the math is going to balance itself out on the other. So I focus more on protection than I focus on doing things to other people. It's just not worth it at the end of the day. And if you are a being of light, it's better to do it this way. A person's motivation matters in regards to how that boomerang effect works, because some people are operating from low self-esteem, low self-worth. They don't even know why they're attacking you. So sometimes the lesson is in there and they need to learn something, and it's not necessarily about a boomerang. It's more so about a mirror of them seeing something in you and feeling something within themselves that they can't pinpoint exactly why they're feeling it. So there needs to be a lesson in that, not necessarily something happening to them, but them coming to a realization at a later point. But when it comes to those who intentionally do things, like I had one instance where a person just straight out said the CURSE word to me. Okay. And when I tell you that boomerang was swift and it was serious. Okay. You have to be careful what you send out to people with great light, especially when they do not deserve it. There is a cause and effect. In my spiritual elevation, I have learned to change my perspective on the world in general and just seeing people in a different light. I look at people as wounded and I have pity on them when they are in a pathetic condition, because it truly is that. When you have elevated beyond all of the foolishness and you're just, vibrating high, and you're looking at other people just behave strangely and weird, you can clearly see that something is wrong. And those energetic attacks become a very, sad attempt at trying to harm someone else. So I have completely changed my perspective on how I look at people like that. And, when they spew out hatred and say whatever it is they say, I say, oh, poor little tink. Poor little tink tink. Because it takes some low vibratory, low self-esteem, and low self-worth energy in order for you to project all of those nasty vitriol things onto others. Some people are going to come around and they're going to see something within you that triggers them. And that's totally fine. They may think that, oh, she has everything. She's beautiful. She's smart. She's this, she's that. I hate her, right? But that's only because they don't see that within themselves and they haven't taken the time to go within to figure that out for themselves. That's not a me problem. That's a them problem. And I completely separate myself from that. It has absolutely nothing to do with me. That's just something that person needs to work on. That is not my problem. And it's not for me to internalize their problem. That is the mirror. However, when a person is completely vindictive and they're intentionally setting out to harm me, hey, okay, you reap what you sow. Be careful. Watch yourself, okay? I hope you enjoyed this message. Please like, share, and subscribe. And put a comment down in the comments just to let me know what you think of this content overall. Keep shining bright. Peace, love, and light.